Yeah.
Live from our frozen studio in Atlanta, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is T4, Techies Talking Tech Tonight. I'm your host, Trey Comstock. With me this week is gaming editor Stephen Doss.
Hotlanta?
Hotlanta.
Thank you, Jonathan Strickland.
Thank you, Jonathan Strickland, for Hotlanta.
It's just drizzling.
It's
at the moment.
/call/live, right?
It's text/call/live.
Sounds like you're running the morning drive show.
That's kind of what I'm going
It's
for.
Chico and the Man on WBZ4.
I mean, we all know that my actual job that I want is hosting a nightly talk show. So this is as close as I really get. Sunday. With me also this week, as you can probably hear, is Jimmy Principe. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Trey.
How are you?
Atlanta?
Fantastic. I may just never go to class again. It's kind of where this is going.
Yes, I think school is done for
School's
everyone.
School's out forever. So we start off in this part of the show where we ask, "What's new with you?" So, Steven, what's new with you?
Well, I've been on the YouTube, which is one of those internet shows.
It's a site on the internet.
It's one of those things that those young people are doing these days.
Exactly. I use my my internet pad to look at it. The internet pad I bought from the electronics bay, and
Did you buy a stolen internet pad from the electronics bay?
but yeah,
So yes.
So I've been doing that, and I've been really getting into these Let's Play videos.
Sure.
And
those are a good idea. I think that we did some of those, actually.
Yeah, I think we did a lot of those once.
I haven't seen any of y'all's. We should do more.
You were on one.
We were on one.
Yeah, I saw that one,
Till
obviously.
the break.
Till the break of 2 a.m. Anywho.
See, but you missed the Trey and I going to Katz's after
Yeah,
ours.
you
Just
also-
looking at each other going, wow, we just did that.
You also just missed how all of everything broke in the middle of the PS4 live stream.
I did miss that.
And, everything broke. It was so bad. That thing
ended during the PS4 live stream.
That thing launched like a hot mess. I was fixing everything, just the only way I could level audio was by turning it on air, and so I fixed the audio while we were broadcasting live. Anyways, you were saying something much more sensible.
No, I mean, it was...
Sorry that I so rudely interrupted you.
I know, how dare you?
Except not. I'm not really.
It's like there's supposed to be a structure to this show, guys.
No!
Come on. Where's our program list?
Our show notes?
Our show notes.
The
They
detailed
don't
doc
exist.
of every script.
But yeah, and so I'm looking at these, and I'm just like, why are people so into these? I mean, there's a few that I absolutely adore. The guys at Rooster Teeth, the Achievement Hunters. Oh my god. That is what a Let's Play should be. It's just 4, 5, 6 guys or ladies, gender inclusivity,
dudes.
And they're just rocking on it, having fun. You can tell they're having fun. And then you get some that are just like, I'm going to play Call of Duty and tell you about how Call of Duty is great. This is where I shot this guy. Yes, look, I shot this guy.
So every kid with Asperger's can, have a chance to interact socially. I don't necessarily have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
part of Danny O'Dwyer who will play
yes. Justine, you have
the
to watch
Shark series. Oh, the monkeys!
Okay, so there's this guy on GameSpot called Danny O'Dwyer. He's one of my favorite games journalists, and he did a series of Let's Plays. Daily live streams where he played just the most random shit in the world, and so he paid this pigeon-based text adventure dating sim.
Hatful boyfriend.
Hatful boyfriend, and then
good
Hatful
Lord.
boyfriend Winter Star. And Danny is this amazing Irish guy. He's our age.
Yeah.
And he has different voices for all the different pigeons. And I mean, it's the funniest thing on the planet. And I think I watch a ton of Giant Bomb, which half of Giant Bomb's content is literally them doing Let's Plays.
Yeah.
And it is, I think, very much for them, they see it as the future of games journalism.
Oh, I think it is. I think with a Let's Play, you get to see the game in action, you get to see how a person who is playing it reacts. And I mean, I can look at a game and say, oh, this game, from all the pictures I've seen, all the reviews I've seen, it looks great, but I won't know until I'm actually playing it. And this is the next best thing. This is people like you. I feel like, I'm definitely... I could see myself as one of the guys on Achievement Hunter. I can't see myself as the 9-year-old with Asperger's playing Call of Duty.
Right. Not that I actually have anything against 9-year-olds with Asperger's. Like, this is actually a wonderful
Trey,
social outlet.
Why do you hate 9-year-old?
I don't.
On the autism spectrum.
Trey was never a child.
That is true. That's a fact. Let me tell you something.
Trey's last job was the autism puncher. That's all he did.
Whoa. That sounds horrible. You can't say that.
My last job was as a special education teacher.
Oh, sorry.
I did actually used to teach.
I thought you'd punch children on the autism
That also
spectrum.
happened.
Wait, what?
No, I
Okay.
never punched the children. The children punched me. I never punched the children. That's the key point. And some people pay good money for that, let me tell you.
Yes.
To get punched by children repeatedly. I got paid good money to be punched by children.
That is way over the line.
Trey's new Twitter handler is @childpuncher.
No, there's already enough bad Twitters about me.
Yes.
No. Anyways, I think part of this is we need to do more Let's Plays.
Yes.
We need to do them because I think the problem is they are deceptively easy.
Yeah.
Okay? So
That's really hard.
Actually having built a rig for one, there's a lot that goes into it if you want to have more than one person on the stream and you care about audio quality.
Yes.
So the rig I built, I have an elaborate wiring diagram of this rig, and it's actually really hard because you're used to sitting there and playing games. Yeah. And we all grew up playing games with friends, right? This is how I know the Mega Man series. I never played Mega Man. I watched my friend Arthur play every version of Mega Man. And so sometimes you talk, but a lot of times in real life, IRL, there's dead air.
Don't ever say
there is no IRL. IRL does not exist.
Yeah, we're all in the Oasis, right?
Yes. I'm currently re-listening to that as well, by the way.
Ready Player One is a book you need to read.
A beautiful, beautiful man.
Yes. He is. I want to stroke him. He has a beard now. I want to just
First you want to punch children, now you want to stroke men.
Well, no, but Will Wheaton now has a Riker beard.
Right now,
Will Wheaton now has a Riker beard.
Really?
And I want to nuzzle in his Riker beard.
Well, let's get him on the show.
Let's get him on the show.
We can nuzzle Will Wheaton's
sit here on my studio couch, and I will nuzzle Will Wheaton's Riker beard with my face.
I'm working on my Will Wheaton beard.
Maybe one day, when I actually hit puberty, I can grow a facial hair.
You have a facial hair. If you zoom in, if I had better high def cameras, we could zoom in and examine your facial hair.
I told you to pay for the 4K upgrade, but you told
I know.
4K doesn't have a place. Then we could see his facial hair.
Yes, but who wants to pay for the bandwidth for that? If you want to pay for the bandwidth for our 4K streaming idea,
well, here's what we do: we start putting ads on Text Last Call. We'll get at least $20 a month. It'll be awesome.
Good, $20 a month. In 15 years, we'll be able to buy a camera.
There you go.
4K camera.
Mission accomplished.
So, anyways,
all these ads for Liberty University online.
But what separates a good Let's Play from a bad Let's Play is the folks that understand how you have to be talking the whole time.
Yes.
It is essentially a podcast, right?
Yeah.
We're if we had a bunch of dead air on this show, we sometimes do when I say terrible things and everyone goes, "What's wrong with you?" That happens.
Yeah.
But that's what made the all night live streams that we did so hard. Is you just have to vamp the whole time, and you also can't just talk about the game. I think the good Let's Plays that I've seen, you talk about random shit and the game.
There's banter. There's witty banter from lads.
And there's witty.
Exactly.
So witty.
And so, slowly watching Jimmy fall asleep in the middle of the night is just not the way I like to do my live streams.
That's the way I do. To do them live streams.
That was the PS4.
Jimmy, fall asleep, Ginny. Go to sleep.
At some point, I'm just sitting there vamping, playing the first hour of Assassin's Creed 4 for the 4th time in my life.
Oh my gosh. I can't play anymore of the first hour of Assassin's Creed 4.
Dude, I have either seen or played that 6 times.
Because I think I watched the Let's Play. Someone did that as their Let's Play.
I'm sure Giant Bomb did it as a quick look.
That must have been Giant Bomb. I watched someone's before I played the game, and then I played the game, and then I played the game again, and then again. So I've personally played it 4 times.
I've played it 3 times and I've watched it 3 times.
Because I'm insane.
Yeah, you are. So speaking of Assassin's Creed 4, I finally finished that game this weekend.
Yay!
I did.
And it was less BS?
Yeah, okay. So, it's very seldom that I
So what you're saying is I won?
No.
From last week.
No, we're not saying
no.
that.
I'm a champion!
No.
I'm a champion!
I am not saying...
Quiet fool.
I am not saying that it is a better game than The Last of Us. What I am saying is my critique. I said on this show last week, and I quote, "That plot is some bullshit." I retract part of that statement. That plot gets a lot better at the end of the game.
Okay, so spoiler alert. So why does it get better?
Okay,
Yeah.
so that game is more than... So our rule for this show is that the game is more than 3 months old. Spoilers are fair game. Because look, you either play the game when it comes out, or this is the internet, it's going to get spoiled.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that sucks, but that's life.
But
That's
Wikipedia does exist.
We have to be able to talk about games on this show in an intelligent, vaguely intelligent manner. Okay,
You have a show.
so they start killing off characters you like in meaningful ways. So Blackbeard dies in an epic battle. And then
Blackbeard's death is amazing.
Yeah.
Blackbeard's death is amazing, and then the death of Mary, the woman who pretends to be a dude. Okay, that is deeply emotional, and you carry her lifeless body. You as the player are in control of carrying her lifeless body out of the prison after she dies in your arms. And the dialogue is well written. And then it basically becomes Assassin's Creed 1, where you go check in with Assassin's bureaus and kill Templars. Like an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
And then it has the coolest credits I've ever seen. One of the coolest credits I've ever seen. It's Edward and his child daughter on the Jackdaw just talking about life. And she's asking him questions, and he's trying to be a father. And it is just so cool and so well written. And then
the after credit thing.
And then there's the after credit thing where you get to see young Haytham Kenway from Assassin's Creed 3 in the arms of older Edward Kenway dressed in this dashing outfit. And they're in the opera house that's the setting of the opening of Assassin's Creed 3. That plot goes from kind of a middling meh plot to a really engaging plot in the second half of the game. Mm-hmm. So what I say now is that plot is not some bullshit. That plot takes slightly too long to develop.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I started to become invested in the fate of Nassau and this idea of the pirates as clinging to freedom against the Templars. I bought into that in the end when he starts becoming more and more focused on being an assassin. Mm-hmm. So that plot took too long to develop. And I liked the storytelling mechanism in the real world, or in the supposed real world out of the Animus, where you go hack people's computers. Oh, and then the biggest spoilery moment. Okay, so there's this guy, the Sage, right? Pirate Roberts, mm-hmm. In the game.
Is he the Dread Pirate Roberts?
Oh, that's why I said that. Who's the only person who can open the observatory, right? Okay, and so Edward hangs out with him in the game. And then you've had this guy in the real world, outside the Animus, who's been telling you to hack things throughout the entire game.
And progressively giving you higher and higher clearances.
Asking you to do crazier and crazier things. And then, in the ending scene of you in the real world, it's the Pirate Roberts, who has been reborn. And it's him in the real world after you've been hanging out with him in the game world. And you're oh, snap! Did not see that coming at all. I was he kept saying, I will be born again, because he talks with a Welsh accent. I've been born again. And I didn't connect, and there he is in the real world. And I was oh, snap! that was pretty cool. So I actually feel better about that plot. It still doesn't move up on my list. It is still number 3. Because you will claw Gone Home from my cold dead hands, and I still think The Last of Us has a better story. But now I think the gameplay is better than BioShock Infinite. I don't know if the story is better than BioShock Infinite, but the story I think for me ends up.
Well, but BioShock Infinite is entirely story driven.
Yes,
its gameplay is just crap.
It's just crap.
Yeah.
But I think for me it's now on the same level plot-wise as GTA 5, which is high praise coming from me because I really enjoyed GTA 5. I really enjoyed it.
Into it too.
Like I really enjoyed it. I just
most
think
of that time was just him trying to get the multiplayer to work.
and then I did.
That doesn't count, right?
Exactly.
I really liked that title screen.
You played this game for 35 hours. 30 of them you've been waiting for other players.
Waiting in a queue. That game ended up being a lot less bullshit to me than I thought it was going to be. I think it is one of the best playing games of last year. Honestly, in terms of gameplay, I love the mechanics.
I love the ship stuff. Like
the ship stuff, especially.
They added, because like in Assassin's Creed 3, that was one of my favorite things. And I was sad that there weren't more ship missions. But even then, the ship didn't work as well as I would want it to. They made it work so much better.
No, I mean, like, I fully upgraded my ship. I sunk so much time. And, like, look, there are too many tailing missions in that. But besides the tailing missions, I think the combat works better than any of the other AC games.
It's more fluid.
It takes the fluidity of Connor without quite being so silly. I hope next game I get a hatchet back because I liked that.
I like the hatchet. Yeah, I agree with that.
But I just think it was one of the best playing games of last year.
I also like 2 swords.
Oh yeah,
yes, two swords is pretty awesome.
2 swords and 4 guns. 2 swords and 4 guns.
That's all you need.
That's all I need in life is 2 swords. Like I just
and 4 guns.
and 4 guns.
Move back to Texas and we can make that happen.
So I ended up feeling a lot more positive on that plot than I thought I was going to this time last week, where I was only in the middle of the ramp up. So Blackbeard had been killed, but I was still farming too much, like farming my ship. So yeah, I really enjoyed. It's not as good. The plot's not as good as AC2 or Brotherhood, but partly because it doesn't have Claudia, and I love Claudia. Salute Claudia.
And Ezio.
I like Claudia more than I like Ezio. It's just a fact. I mean, look, the woman ends up being
at least that's not troubling, you know.
A badass brothel owner.
Wow.
So Jimmy, what's new with you?
Well, Jimmy's also a badass brothel owner.
So what's new with you, Jimmy?
So I've played some more Dark Souls since last week, and I've begun to understand people liking this game. So
what is wrong with you?
So
they're called masochists.
So, it is called Masocore for a reason, you bastard.
So, for one thing, like I played about 4 hours. I was looking at my gameplay times tonight before we got on. I played 4 hours on my one character and got like nowhere because I was just kind of going it alone like an idiot. And so I created a new character, much more attractive the second time, by the way.
Are you still playing as a lady?
Yes.
Yes.
Obviously. So I'm playing as another character. I changed kind of my starting class a little bit, made it a little more lightweight. But then,
so you like the lighter weight ladies?
Something.
Is that
like
what
that.
you're saying? That you like the lighter weight ladies?
I like ladies with less armor.
Oh,
so the less armor, the better, in your view.
Yes, that is my professional opinion.
Lighter ladies with less armor.
So
not necessarily lighter.
Jimmy's ideal woman is that chick from Ninja Gaiden.
Yes,
there you go. She's got like virtually no armor on.
So would Princess Leia in the slave outfit qualify as not enough armor?
I think that'd be too much for Jimmy.
Because arguably,
I think Leia's slave outfit is right about the right amount.
The right amount of armor. Okay.
That's
so keep telling me about your armorless lady.
Anyways, so my actual point is that the upgrade system was not completely obvious from the outset. Maybe I should have read a guide or something. But once I figured out how one advances one's level, it became significantly better. Because
so when you figured out how to play the game, it became easier to play the game.
Yeah, within within the same amount of time, my first character, usually you start around level 5. My first character was level 15 after 4 hours of gameplay, and my second character was level 26.
Oh, wow.
So that's how much more I understood the gameplay the second time. Also, the key to not hating Dark Souls is just have a walkthrough open next to you.
So vaguely cheating.
No, it's not cheating. It is guide. It is a guide.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone to guide you on your quest.
Yes.
To find ladies with armor.
No, he creates.
Oh, he
ladies
creates
with light
ladies.
armor.
The armor, okay.
He likes lightly armored ladies.
My IGN walkthrough is my guide, is my Gandalf.
Okay, so what? So, pitch it to me. What is that? What makes that game so wonderful or noteworthy or whatever? Sell it to me, because I have assigned it to you for review because I am not sold on what makes that game so awesome.
Well, okay, so part of it is that there is just so much to it. I mean, I couldn't imagine how long it would take me to complete this game without a walkthrough, is part of it. And so I'm partially using walkthrough because...
Okay, fine, but I want to differentiate between best game and most game. I mean,
No, that's true. No, I agree.
Pitch me on what's... Like, there's a lot of terrible games.
So it has some interesting dynamics. The one thing that I discovered that I think is pretty interesting is how it uses its multiplayer. Okay. So one thing you can do is, and you have to get through a little part of the game to do it, but you can drop... so it has a... By default, you are hollow when you kind of like...
What on earth does that mean?
You're a ghost.
Okay.
You're kind of a zombie.
So you start out a ghost, a zombie.
And then you can, through fighting, you can gain humanity. Which is...
Humanity!
Exactly.
Humanity or huge manity?
No, it's humanity.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no huge manatees. Although that would be hilarious if they incorporated that.
Especially if they were wearing light armor.
A lightly armored lady manatee, is that really what's going to get you going here?
I walked into that one.
Yep. No one expects the lady manatee.
But anyways, so through that, then you can become human again, which when you look normal.
Okay.
And once human, you can use this thing to drop... there's a term for it, I don't remember what it is, but you can be summoned, and you can summon other players. So let's say you're going through a particular part, and it's difficult. And
you can summon some other lightly armored ladies.
You can, or whatever. You can summon some other player in the game. It's an actual player that will come and fight with you to help you complete this part. And that's, with my first character, that's the only way I was able to beat this like ridiculous boss, because I had no idea what I was doing. Even with my walkthrough, I couldn't figure it out.
Okay, but so it's doing something interesting with multiplayer. Admittedly, like that sounds like a cool way to do co-op.
Right.
Similar to the way, what was that game? Folks who made Flower, Journey. Similar to the way Journey worked, where you kind of could like co-op together with strangers you don't know. And there's also a multiplayer component where in Dark Souls where someone can just come in and kill you.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you can also just be trolled. So when you're also a human, you open yourself up. At least this is the trend I've kind of noticed. I haven't done a significant amount of research on this. That people can just come into your game and like engage you in combat. And I had one person on Saturday when I was playing that was just trolling me. And every single time that I would become a human, they would enter my game and kill me. In like the stupidest ways possible. Like they would...
Yeah, because that sounds fun.
I would think it is fun.
Really?
Yeah.
You would enjoy trolling. Would you enjoy being trolled?
Of course, I'd be like, how are you going to do it to me today? Yeah, there it is. It's like...
The thing about this one that was particularly... I had one where they picked on me. The other thing was that it was kind of laggy when I was being trolled by this one person. Like, I don't know what it was, but... I would go to attack them, and nothing like no animation would happen for them, and then all of a sudden they would be behind me and stabbing me in the back, and it was like, this is really stupid. I don't understand what is going on here. I mean, at least it warned, like it pops up and tells you this person has entered your game.
Okay. Okay, so I get that there's an interesting multiplayer component, but even with that, what is actually fun about playing that game? What actually is the core thing that makes that game fun to play and not just infinitely frustrating?
I mean, I've played other games that are just as difficult as this game, so...
Like what? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Nintendo Entertainment System?
That's pretty...
on Legendary.
So it's that kind of Halo on Legendary difficult?
Yeah, it's kind of that, like, you do it because you are kind of a glutton for punishment, but it's not so bad that it's insurmountably bad.
So it still takes a social disease to play.
Yeah, apparently one I have, because it's like getting to me.
See that. I have been following this game very closely, especially because Dark Souls 2 is coming out very soon. And that's what I keep hearing. That people end up apologizing consistently for hating on that game. So they play it for a little while and they hate on it. And then they issue very public apologies. They go, "No, it got its hooks into me and now I can't stop playing it." And I can't tell if it's just like a drug.
No, I think it's just
masochism. There you go.
Yes, thank you. I think it really is just you have convinced yourself, and I'll admit that
you have convinced yourself.
Look, okay, I played Halo 3 on Legendary. That is something that
I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is the hardest game I've ever played.
I played Battletoads.
Battletoads, yes, that is a hard game.
On 2-player.
Oh, as a single player?
Well, no, I had someone playing.
That's how I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too. But yeah. How else do you play those?
Well, in Battletoads, you can actually punch your opponent and get them to lose life. Yeah. So 2-player Battletoads, much harder than single player.
I've never played Battletoads.
Get on my level, son.
Battletoads is a hard game. Anyways, keep going.
I mean, so with Dark Souls, I'm not going to apologize for hating on this game. There's still things about it that are just really stupid. I wish that I could lock it down so that people could not invade my game. Near as I can tell, there's no way to do that. Mm-hmm. And so, it's already hard. I don't need some person that is just a total dick to... I rage quit on Saturday. Because after the third time, when I was trying to engage this already difficult NPC, this guy comes in and kills me for fun again, partially by making the NPC kill me.
That's hysterical.
It's like, I have to deal with one of the two of them, and whichever one I don't deal with is going to kill me. And so, after the third time of him killing me in this manner, I yelled at my television, because I'm playing it on my PC with my controller, my Xbox 360 controller.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I yelled at my television, "You're a dick!" and quit.
Look, I don't know. I can't decide if I just have no taste in video games, which may well be true.
I don't think that's the case. I think that this is
it's a game for people with their head shoved so far up their ass it's amazing they can breathe. I just can't tell what's going on here.
Publicly apologize for hating on the game, and also people that are like, this is the best game ever. It's not the best game ever. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Arguably, what is the best game ever?
Assassin's Creed 2?
Okay, sure. No one else would say that, but I see what you're saying there.
BioShock?
That I also up there. Original Halo.
Halo, yes.
Ocarina of Time, Persona 4 Golden. Okay, that maybe just be me.
That's just you.
It is not just me. That is an amazing game. No game has ever made me feel so good.
Ocarina of Time is definitely there. Original Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Okay. These are all candidates. None of these are Jeff Gerstmann candidates.
So, next week, we will debate the best game of all time ever in the history of the world.
That may need to be next week's show.
Yeah.
I've been dating if we want to do best game ever or best game of the generation.
Best game ever.
Just best game ever?
Yeah.
Just have an hour-long fight about the best game ever?
Yes, we do, and the answer is
I need to play
Link's
lots of
Awakening.
Old games.
Link's Awakening? Are you crazy?
Link's Awakening?
Yes.
Awakening?
Of all of the games you pick.
Of all of the bullshit.
Wait.
I like how that is like a straight up bullshit answer, and you were just like, oh God, no!
Link's Awakening. God. It's not even the best Zelda game.
No, that was my point. Of all of the Zelda games, you're gonna pick Link's Awakening.
You might as well just pick Skyward Sword and be done with it, sir.
That's my solid number 2.
God. I mean, that's not even the best game on the Wii. I don't know what Super Mario Sunshine is the best game on the Wii. Not Sunshine, Galaxy. Sunshine's on them.
I've actually played that. That is a good game.
Yeah, Super Mario. Not Galaxy.
Sunshine was good, but that was in the game.
Yeah.
But okay, so my thing with Dark Souls is
we're talking about something else.
Game. It is not the best game. Even of the year it came out, it is not the best game of its generation.
Skyrim is the best game of that year.
Which I also have on my PC, which I intend to play.
Yeah.
maybe sometime this year when I find time to play some games.
But no, I sit there and I listen to like the games press, since it's been such a dead kind of January, February. The games press collectively, all they're doing is playing Dark Souls or Demon Souls and talking about how it's the best game ever.
Wait, right? So I know Danny was doing this. Danny O'Dwyer.
Danny, all the Giant Bomb guys are playing it. Tom McShay of GameSpot has been talking about it's the best game ever for like a million years.
Tom McShay kind of, in some ways, has his head shoved up his ass.
No, but he's kind of upfront about that.
That's true. Well, he also just says things that are purposefully inflammatory.
Right, which is why I love it when he reviews high-profile games, because then it's just like, I really didn't... Like, he gave Skyward Sword a 7.
He gave
people freaked out.
Didn't he give Bioshock Infinite like a
4?
Like a 4?
Yeah, he gave it like a 4.
Piss people off?
Just to piss people... Well, that was not the official review. That was the after-the-fact review. But yeah. So, like...
He pissed a lot of people off.
I disagree with him fundamentally about Dark Souls, but I have a lot of respect for how Tom McShay approaches the profession. But I just feel like the chorus in the games press right now is, oh, this is the most amazing game ever. It's so hard and that's so cool. And I'll be honest, like, I got out of games for a long time because I got tired of them being so hard. And look, that makes me a wimpy gamer or whatever, but what I am in a game for is a story with gameplay. And when the gameplay just makes me angry, my life is challenging enough. Yeah. I'm not looking to my games as the only source of challenge in my life. And maybe if I was, that would be different. But my life's hard enough. And when I want to come home, I want a game that has some level of challenge, but in the end is fundamentally beatable. And I just get the sense that Dark Souls is not.
Well, I mean, and I think that Dark Souls is one of those games where the way I'm approaching it is, I have a couple hours, I'll play some Dark Souls, and maybe I will just get nowhere.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fun.
But no, I mean, in which case I go, okay, I'm going to go explore a different part of this little place that I'm in because I don't have to go this direction. And like, I have the walkthrough, so it's not impossible, which might just be cheating, and you can all tell me I'm cheating. I'm okay with it.
It is cheating, but it's the kind of cheating that I do because I'm much more interested in a story with some gameplay.
Yeah, and if you're trying to get a good view of an entire game, you can't just get to the first level and say, I'm done with it. You've got
right. Well, I'm currently trying to grind through the early parts of this game to see if it does do what it apparently does to everyone, which is hook them in and make them say this is the best game ever. It's not the best game ever. I'm not going to go back on that.
Because it's Link's Awakening.
I apologize.
So not Link's Awakening.
Ocarina of Time.
If we're going to pick a Zelda game, Ocarina of Time or A Link to the Past?
Ocarina of Time.
Probably Ocarina. Okay, so we've talked a lot about Dark Souls.
Speaking of Ocarina of Time.
Speaking of not. So, we are finally coming up on some new games, starting in 2 weeks. And I kind of wanted to run down. I now have actually put these on my personal calendar so that I can keep track of all of it. So Thief, the latest Thief, which I guess this is technically Thief 4, but I don't think they're actually treating it like.
But I think that they've completely reworked
Thief.
A reboot. I think it's nothing like.
It's a reboot, but it's
any of the others.
So that's on February 25th, and then on March 11th we've got Dark Souls and Titanfall.
Ooh.
And that, which is, as I've said on many occasions, that's the game this year. Then March 18th is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero, which is kind of like the opening chapters of Metal Gear Solid 5, except you have to pay $40 for them. It's an extended demo. And then
there's a horse.
There is a horse. And
I don't understand.
Yeah, there's a horse. And then Infamous Second Son for the PS4 is on March 21st. So of those games, we all know what I'm going to talk about, but of those games, what are y'all excited about?
Titanfall.
Steven,
not
what are you?
Dark Souls.
We'll talk about Titanfall in a second. We've already talked about Dark Souls. What are you excited about from that list?
I kind of want to see, just because I like train wrecks, Metal Gear Solid 5, the first chapter of it for $40.
Just because so bad.
I just want to see, number one, how is it going to be? It could pleasantly surprise us.
It's gonna have 3 hours of cutscenes. Are you kidding me?
That's true.
No, it's not. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, and number 2, I just want to see like how can they justify saying you have to pay full game price for this?
Close
to full game.
They're
price,
saying.
yeah.
I mean, they're saving you a third, but also like, this game's really weird to me because like they had kind of after Metal Gear Solid 4, we had kind of figured that this line of Metal Gear Solid was over, and then they did Revengeance. We were looking, this is a new direction for Metal Gear Solid, and now we're back with like a numbered release. And how can they keep trotting these same characters out? And is Solid?
They've been saying that about Mario for years.
Yeah. No, but like they, not Nintendo, just the press. But like Kojima said, this is the end for me and Metal Gear, and this is the end for Snake. And all of this. And now here we are, Metal Gear Solid 5, made by Kojima. What the fuck? I tried playing through Metal Gear Solid 1 by mistake recently, and I gave up. Like
by mistake, what was it like you bought a console and it was in there and you get like the sticker was worn
He doesn't look at
like,
the game. He put it in the wrong box, and so he hooked out like I don't know.
Okay, so
Madden, and he's like, "I want to play some football today. What the hell is this?"
Right.
No, it's more baseball. Trey's ready to play some baseball.
Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run.
Yeah. So I bought the Metal Gear Solid collection for Vita, and I thought, I should start from the beginning. Nope, should not have started from the beginning.
I think I started from Snake Eater just because it has that bitchin' theme song.
Yeah, it does.
Snake Eater.
But like, so here's like a historic franchise that's about to have another. It's a first half iteration. It is a game like I've pulled the review assignment for that one, and so I'll be working through it.
Yeah, because I have like half of the other ones.
That's not true. Right now you have 2, and we got to figure out what happens with Second Son.
Yeah, but I'm the one with the PS4.
Actually, it's not true because you said you were going to play Thief, and so.
Oh, did I say I was going to play Thief too?
You did say you'd pull.
I did
Thief.
say that, didn't I? I forgot about that.
Which is funny because it's cross-platform, and so. But that one comes out 3 weeks ahead of Titanfall, so you've got You'll have some time with that game.
But Trey, I have so much Dark Souls I have to play between now and when Dark Souls 2 comes out.
You do have. Thief may end up being mine for review.
Look, if you look up how long to beat on Dark Souls, it's like 197 hours.
197 hours? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you exaggerating, or is that real?
Right now.
Yeah.
No,
we're gonna fact check this.
I believe it is actually 197 hours combined.
Dark.
I don't think I'm making that up. Dark Souls. Skyrim is 97 hours.
I know it is, but I have a hard time believing that anything is actually on average 200 hours to beat.
Oh wait, no, I got that backwards. The Skyrim is 197 hours
to beat. On average? Are you?
Let's see.
Just give me some facts,
Completionist. Man. Okay, no, completionist is 203 hours on Skyrim.
Yeah, okay, but those people have a problem.
Combined is 101 hours on Skyrim. So on Dark Souls, completionist is 99 hours, combined is 65 hours.
Okay,
but let's be serious. I'm going to die way more than those people.
Right, but you're also using a guide, so that's going to speed you up.
I'm also cheating.
It's going to speed you up by its very nature.
Yeah,
so you're almost doing a speed run.
Speed run for main is apparently 2 hours and 30 minutes. I call BS.
No, I need to watch that. That's got to be on YouTube. That would be amazing.
Man beats hardest video game of all time in under 2 hours. He played Dark Souls in 1 hour, 26 minutes, and he's put it all on YouTube.
It's official. It's an official speed run. Is that machine assisted or for real?
I don't know. I think it's...
Well, if it's 2 hours, it's for real.
It's machine assisted.
So, there are programs that will analyze a game and basically do the most amazing speedrun possible, like technically possible, and they're called machine-assisted speedruns. You should watch them. They're crazy. They are like crazy. There was a recent charity live stream called Good Games Done Quick, where they were doing all kinds of just awesome speedruns, and they did a bunch of machine-assisted ones, so I recommend look it up. Yeah, Good Games Done Quick. It was It's pretty cool.
We should do an Until We Win live stream.
And Until We Win?
Yes.
But it needs to be like a JRPG. Like, it needs to be like Persona 3.
Of course you'd go with Persona.
Yes!
Because you don't want to...
so much time into Persona 4 Gold.
I sunk 87 hours into Persona 4 Gold. And I wasn't even being a completionist about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I fell in love with that game in a way that I rarely fall in love with games.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it's just how engaging that the story of it is, because it's the only JRPG I've ever played besides Pokemon that bridges the real world and a fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, most of the game is played in, like, a normal Japanese town where you attend a normal Japanese high school, and then your friends go into this magical TV world to fight monsters. But most of the game is played in the real world. Mm-hmm. And what happens in the game world affects the real world. It's the premise behind the Persona series. But it's fascinating, and so I'm really excited about Persona 4, Persona 5, which will probably be available in English next year. So stay tuned for all the hot coverage of that. So let's talk about Titanfall, and then we should probably get out of here. Because the storm is coming, and Steven's got to get home.
Yes, I have to get home.
So Titanfall.
The winter is coming.
I feel like the one-man hype team for Titanfall, but I'm really excited about this game. Jimmy, you had mentioned that you were also excited about this game. Let me hear your opinions.
I mean, my opinions are very simply that I think that Titanfall is going to be the first and best opportunity to see next-gen in all of its next-gen-y glory.
Hell yeah.
And so that's why I'm excited for Titanfall, almost purely as a technical thing.
Well... to me, this is going to
be... And it looks awesome. Like, I mean, all the previews look amazing.
So part of what I think makes Titanfall look so awesome is that always online thing. Mm-hmm. That is going to be, I think, the hallmark of shooters of this generation. Is that there is some single-player element, but you're always playing in a massive online battle.
Yeah, like, just don't screw it up like, SimCity.
Well, yeah. And let's be fair, like, this is an EA game, so cross your fingers.
So we'll be screwed up.
The last time EA tried this
was Battlefield 4, and it still broke.
Yeah. Is Battlefield still broken? Did they fix it?
Sort of. I mean, they've been fixing it, but it came in like a hot turd, and it's still not quite
then
right.
Before SimCity was 3. What was it? Diablo 3.
Yeah, but that's not EA. That's Activision. That's Actiblizzard.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it's a Blizzard
Diablo
game,
3 is,
so it is by its very nature
Blizzard.
Activision.
Maybe. Well, okay. Diablo 3 came out shortly before SimCity, though. Everyone went, "Oh, SimCity, you're doing this."
It came out in like May, and SimCity came out the following March. Came out a year before SimCity.
In, like, game terms.
Yeah, it came out relatively. I mean, we did talk about Diablo.
Like 2 years before, 3 years before.
Hey, I mean, I get what you're going with that, but it's been a bad year it's been a bad 12 months for EA and servers, and like the whole point of Titanfall is servers.
March.
Yeah. So
server based by EA.
Well,
most disappointing game of 2013.
And the second most disappointing was Battlefield 4, and it was also EA and server based. So like,
EA, this is us.
Look,
telling you, don't screw this up.
You have me, who hates shooters and loves story, excited about a mostly multiplayer shooter.
Yeah.
Okay? No, I think it starts to... And then what you mean? Like, it starts to show what next gen can do. And this is also made by the guys that made Call of Duty and Medal of Honor.
Okay.
Like, we are talking about some serious shooter
They know their shooter stuff.
They know their shooters. Like, they have defined generation after generation of what Bungie didn't do, they did. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, like, these are the people who know...
And then Bungie is coming out with Destiny.
And... No, I mean, listen to the shooter lineup this year. It's amazing. Okay. Treyarch is doing the Call of Duty game, which they're now the lead studio. Mm-hmm. 343 will be releasing Halo 5 this year.
Even though it was supposed to end at 3?
Whatever, man. It's still a Halo game.
And
343 has proven in Halo 4 that they can do a good Halo game. Okay? Destiny is coming this fall, made by Bungie, an always online MMO-like shooter, and then also Titanfall by Respawn and EA.
Yeah.
Like, this is a huge year for shooters, and Titanfall, I think, sets the tone for that. And to me, everyone else has to beat Titanfall.
Yeah.
And then certainly level
Titanfall.
Unless Titanfall shit's a brick. because of the server.
Which, let's be honest, number one, it's EA, so it probably will.
Well, the beta is spinning up. So they've been doing betas. They've been testing this.
Good.
Because they're not crazy, but they also tested Battlefield.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Titanfall, it looks gorgeous, and I think it's going to be, one of the best looking games out there.
Sure. Yeah.
It reminds me a little too much of MAG. Do you guys remember MAG?
Sure. Yeah.
I
don't.
Yeah. PlayStation 3 came out. They wanted to do it stands for massive action game or something?
Yeah, it actually literally stands for massive action game.
Basically, it's like 128v128 shooters.
Yeah. But I think part of what makes this cool as opposed to MAG is the mech thing. Okay? So it will be dudes against mech, dudes in mechs, and you can call for your Titan, and then it falls, hence Titanfall.
So they just decided that's going to be the name of the game.
Right. Well, it's cool. Prepare for Titanfall.
It's also very descriptive of what the game actually is.
The entire plot is there's a Titan, it falls.
But, so they've balanced the game.
It's a shooter. What do you want from them?
That's true.
But part of what I think is cool is how they've balanced the game so that a dude can take out a mech. So there's advantages to being in a mech, and there's advantages to being just a dude.
Yeah.
And so you can be in that battle, and it's not just dude in mech always wins.
Yeah.
So I think it's not just
Luke
the always
Skywalker and his,
right.
Versus
AT-AT
on your legs. And
ride the rope on the legs, and then take the thing up into the thing with the lightsaber. Go slash slash slash. Yeah, like that.
Okie dokie.
And then when you knock it over, it infinitely, removes all of its armor, so it'll blow up with one shot.
Right, of course, because why?
Physics.
Because reasons.
Science is happening.
So I think there's a lot that's exciting about the game. I think EA's server structure made shit a brick, and that's a problem.
Yeah, that's my major concern with Titanfall, is that because people have been hyping Titanfall as
I have been hyping Titanfall.
Not only you, if you go into any game-oriented store, so Best Buy has big posters up for Titanfall, and Destiny, to be fair. GameStop Stop has the same things. Every single store that sell, I guess those are the only two that really I know of that sell games. And then
all two of them.
Walmart's got something for Titanfall. I'm in Walmart a lot.
Well, yeah.
It's always Xbox One, and then right next to Xbox One is the Titanfall display.
Yep.
And I think that if Titanfall tanks, it's going to be a big hit to the Xbox One.
Right. This is the linchpin game, to be honest.
For the Xbox One.
For the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm. And I think the problem is it kind of sort of is setting itself up to fail because it is so heavily promoted. It is so everyone is hearing about.
They figured their stuff out.
Yeah, unless it's for real.
It's one of those. It's it's already got this huge level attached to it that if it gets 99% of that, it will be considered not up to snuff.
But remember how awesome Call of Duty 4 was?
Yeah.
These are the same guys.
Okay.
Well,
so
these were the guys that were with them until
this is the guys
right?
These are the guys that did Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. Okay? It's
Modern
that
Warfare
team.
2, the best Call of Duty game ever.
The best Call of Duty game ever. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, the one that changed the game. Okay?
Yes.
These are also the guys that came up with the original Medal of Honor that we played when we were kids. Allied Assault and all that.
I played Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah, that was id. That's John Carmack. And so, yeah, of course it was awesome. Thank you. Yes, I also played that as a child.
Did you know that was the great-grandfather of one Commander Keen?
Yes, I did. I too have read Masters of Doom.
I have not.
I actually own, when I was growing up, I owned all the Commander Keen games, too.
Sweet. Did you buy them on shareware?
I did.
Sweet.
Apogee, bitches.
Yes. See, I bought original Doom on shareware. I did not buy Commander Keen on shareware. I'm sure this is all fascinating to everybody. So Titanfall, in store soon.
Yep.
And on that note, we should probably get out of here because Atlanta's about to turn back into Hotlanta. So if you have any feedback...
winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Podcast at textlastcall.com, facebook.com/textlastcall, pinterest.com/textlastcall, or at textlastcall on Twitters. Good night!